You're tuned in to the 3 Pixels podcast. This episode is produced by Ben Ridley. Hello and welcome back to the 3 Pixels podcast. This is a special episode all about Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, before I introduce the person I think you know is probably joining me for this episode, Alan, of course, we'll get to him in a moment, but Kingdom Hearts 3 has been a game that we've talked about on the show, and a particular person has been so excited about it, but hoping that at the same time his hopes aren't dashed by the developers. And it's been delayed so many times, and you know, I've just been through the ups and been through the downs through the development of this game with said person. As you guessed, it's not Alan. I was just joking about that. Martin.
Hello.
Welcome to EGX 2018. If you don't know what EGX is, it is a gaming convention in the UK. It's like PAX. That's the best I can explain it to. And there's games, meet and greets, merchandise, board games, and shows and stuff. So that's all you need to know. But this is all about Kingdom Hearts 3. So it is at the event, and we're going to play it, and we're going to get Martin's live reaction.
Ooh.
I know. I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys are. So we're going to set a baseline for what to expect before we can know whether the expectations were met or not. So, Martin.
Ben.
You've been playing Kingdom Hearts since the start.
Pretty much from the very beginning. So it's like 2005, so that was 13 years ago.
Okay, so how old were you when you...
10?
Okay, and...
Probably later than that, actually.
Yeah.
Probably about 8, 10.
Do you want to talk about what got you into the franchise?
Actually, it's funny. It's a funny story. My mum bought me Kingdom Hearts 1 for Christmas. And it's funny because it's the one game, I asked for like 3 or 4 games, and I got... That was a 5th. She said, oh, you know, it's like it came as a deal sort of thing. So, all right then. Didn't play it. It was sat on my shelf for about 2 months before I went, oh, I'll give it a go, why not? And I was hooked from the get-go. I don't know if it was the Disney characters or the concept of the game, but just something said to me, this is a really good game. I enjoyed every moment from it. And I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it now. I mean, you've had so long to actually play these games, because I talked about it so much. From the opening when you play as Sora on Destiny Island to the end when you beat Maleficent and Ansem, it is such a thrilling ride, and it's fantastic. And I'm really hoping that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be the bee's knees. I am like grinning ear to ear like a slit watermelon here. So
okay, so what has been your favourite moment so far in the series? Like, what was kind of stood out for you?
My favourite moment is actually going into Hollow Bastion, which is the second to last world, and your friend Riku is evil, and he confronts you saying that you are not the chosen one, you are nothing but a silly boy, and he pretty much renders you powerless for a good 5-10 minutes of the game. So pretty much your attacks do nothing and everything. And it was a really cool moment because at that moment, you had this massive adventure. You fought off these massive bad guys, and all of a sudden, your who's meant to be your best friend tells you that you are nothing. It's a real gut punch to the gut, and it's actually a really cool you actually feel sorry for Sora, and you actually feel like a bit of a connection. And I think that was probably the highlight. Hollow Bastion, if anyone's going to play any world on any game, you could just jump into it. Hollow Bastion would be the mission. I say, give that a go first.
I'm getting excited, I have to say. I'm not.
Excellent.
I haven't played any of this before, so I do feel super bad. So any of you listening right now, there could be people out there that are also fans and can follow along, so good. And Martin, I think you're going to do this for the fans, really. You're going to give it a good shot.
Give it a good shot.
Give it your best go.
Yeah. Don't die.
Don't die. And just, we're going to get Martin's live reaction as he's playing. You're not going to see him playing because it's a podcast, but deal with it. We're going to try and talk him, and I'll try and interview him at the same time. And then, so what are you hoping that this game continues on with? Okay,
firstly, the graphics need to improve. The first and second one were recently remastered, and they did look good. However, I felt like it could have been improved a bit more. So that's one thing. Button mashing, I want that to be gone. Like the single action button mashing, I hope that's not a reoccurring theme. As well as, it's funny because in Black Ops 4, which you can listen to our other podcast, I said I don't like these ridiculous OP powers. But in Kingdom Hearts, that makes the game.
Okay.
So you have to have like
full
these
OP.
outrageous moves.
All right.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to. As well as I want to see what the worlds look like. The world design, the guy who creates the world designs did a lot on Final Fantasy VII onwards.
Yeah.
So always looks stunning. The monsters and bad guys always look great. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it all looks like. I hope the script and the dialogue is better because you could play a game of all you got to say in a sentence is darkness, heart, light, keyblade in any order, and it'll make as much sense as the game.
Okay.
So hopefully they've improved the script line. They made it a bit more simpler to follow because at times it gets really complicated.
And with that, let's go stand in a long queue and hopefully play what Martin thinks is a very good game.
Maybe the greatest game of all time. Maybe. Hopefully. Should be.
Okay, so we are here on the couch playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Martin, is this the dream?
This is the dream so far. What a sad dream I live, but it's a dream.
You've been waiting for this for so long. How long have you been waiting for this? Since the announcement of the PS4?
Yeah, so what was that? Oh God, about 2-3 years now I've been waiting for this game.
Do you want to talk about the map you're playing?
So yeah, I'm playing on the Toy Story map, which was announced a long time ago now. It was probably one of the first maps actually announced. And one of my favourite films of all time as well. You know, that also helps. So far, the combat is what I expected it to be. Nice, quick reactions. Honestly, I'm just grinning from ear to ear.
You are, I can confirm that. So talking a little bit about the graphics, we were talking about this in the queue, how is it shaping up? Because obviously this is you know, basically a Pixar world, so there's pretty high standards to live by.
Also, this is the first, obviously, animated film from Pixar with Disney. And, you know, so far, it's been really nice, fresh. It looks like 4K, you know. It probably isn't, but it looks really good.
We're playing on a nice big Sony TV with a PS4 Pro, still experiencing that for the first time. And I feel like it does it justice here. This is looking crisp as anything. So far, do you think it's been worth the wait at first glance?
So first of all, I already have one problem with it, and that's the voice acting for Ham and Rex are a bit too squeaky for my liking. They sounded a little off. Woody and Buzz doesn't sound too bad. Like, obviously, it's not going to be Tom Hanks.
I mean, because some of them are actually the voice actors, though, right?
Yes, I think it was for Elsa and Anna, and like they looked like they were the actual character, the people who voiced them.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice take on it. Also, Sora's the main character. He's a few years older now, as well as some of the other characters. So you're going to expect that. But yeah, but like, let's go back to the graphics quickly. Like, look how crisp. Look, there's no motion blur. It looks really fantastic when I do move around a bit.
Anyone listening now won't be able to see it, but I do confirm what Martin's saying. He isn't just talking from someone who's overly excited. It does look, from a layman's point of view, it looks very, very good. We've been doing some battling in the main house scene, Andy's house. Yeah, that's it. And now we've gone to the toy store.
Yes, we have.
So there's loads of cool robot figures. I feel like we're going to be playing in some of those. So in terms of the moves, in terms of some of the special moves you can do, what is the kind of focus around those in this game?
Heavily on Disney rides.
Okay, so like in the theme parks?
Yes, definitely. Very heavily on this.
What's your thoughts on that?
It's nice stunningly.
Yeah.
However, it's a bit, I don't know, a bit unneeded at times. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just feel like with the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like moves just came out like they were rare, you know, like rarer than these. I can like whip out 3 or 4 in a go, and I can take down a boss in like a matter of hits, which is a bit silly, which is funny because we're about to fight the boss now, so we'll head up.
I mean, they look kind of impressive, but you think it's just a bit over the top?
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, and they all got the very same art detail of like these bulbs and these magical lights around them as well. They all have that aesthetic around them, which I think a bit of a variation would have been really nice. So at the moment, this is one of the main bad guys in the series. So this is the scene I really wanted to get up to. So I'm glad that we're at this point right now.
Yeah, because we're only a few minutes in, really. Roughly a couple of minutes in here. We're smacking over toys. We're
actually in toys as well. It's
in
pretty
toys.
Cool. We're playing as toys.
We're playing as toys.
Toyception.
Just the level of detail, the stuff going on here, I'm a little bit lost, but it looks pretty cool. How's the mechanics feeling, the controls? Do they feel like a Kingdom Hearts game?
It feels definitely like a Kingdom Hearts thing. Actually, if anything, it's actually improved. Also, look at this. Like, I'm going around, I can actually break objects in some areas. Like, I broke some of the statues down. So that is pretty cool. Like, and that's never really been...
high.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's not like everything can be destructive.
Not like Battlefield.
Yeah, not like Battlefield.
For people who don't know, we've got a Toy Story world. What kind of other worlds have we got available?
So far, that's been announced. We've got the Tangled World, which I think my girlfriend is the most excited for. I think that's the only thing she's really bothering to look at so far.
So is she going to be playing or watching you play?
I think she said, "Oh, I'll watch you play." I think that watch will turn into, "I want to play, Martin."
Okay. So Frozen, Tangled. What else we got?
We've also got Pirates of the Caribbean, which is
I went
that
was one I'd be interested in,
and that's the one because that's not really been announced. It was only in the voice acting, and it said this guy plays Will Turner, which is from obviously. It was in Kingdom Hearts 2 originally, the world map, and actually one of my least favourite maps as well. So
hopefully they've done a better job.
Yeah, because like I said, it was the good map at times, but like I am really excited they come. I did say if they improve on it, it'd be fantastic. What's that, sorry?
That's it for the
That's
demo.
it, no worries. So that's it then. And honestly, that was not bad. I actually enjoyed that a lot.
Martin, we've just come from one of your favourite, most anticipated games, Kingdom Hearts 3. I sat there next to you as you were pretty excited, trying to hold back that excitement I could tell in the recording.
I think that did come across. Hopefully it didn't sound like too nonchalant as I was saying it. Honestly, I could have just gone, "This is amazing. This is the best experience of my life." And like I said to you, I would probably give it a solid 8.5, maybe 9.
Okay.
The voice acting was a little ropey at times. But other than that, that wasn't too bad. Combat-wise, smooth as you like. Honestly, so smooth, so nice. And the fact that, let's just say in level 1, you can get aerial recovery, dodge roll, and all these other, that is incredible. We said about the rides, I feel like at times they're a little unnecessary.
Okay.
However, I think it did add a bit more of a dynamic, and hopefully doesn't become, as it gets released, it's not as a frequent. I hope it was only like a demo thing where you can use all these different abilities.
I don't think it detracted too much away from the gameplay, from what I could tell.
No, definitely not. If anything, it just helped the combat roll forward. However, Kingdom Hearts, although it's a story-based game, I feel like combat does play a big part in it. So just to try and like steamroll as quickly as you through, sort of takes away from a bit of the experience. And like I said, hopefully it's just a demo thing, which is just try out all these abilities right now, hopefully.
So obviously it won't be quite hard for you to give an answer because you didn't play full amounts of both levels, but which level out of the two so far? So you got two kind of quite different levels, really.
You had like almost like a 3D Donkey Kong sort of level where the Rock Titan is throwing rocks at you, you've got to dodge them. And the other one, obviously, with the toy box was more of like a ground and pound sort of thing, as well as also a bit of mecha, which was nice. And that's one thing I will say. I will get on to your full question. The difference in combat in different stages. Like in one room, it's just a straightforward battle, and another, you're in like these mecha toy soldiers. Which one do I prefer? I would probably say it would have to be the Toy Story one, only because there was dialogue in between and cutscenes, which adds a bit to it. As well as you see pretty much the main antagonist in there, which was really interesting to see straight away. And as like I said to you, when we were watching people play it, I said, I'm going to play that one because I want to know what he says, because they skip the scenes, and I'm like, I want to know what he's saying. So...
Anything that you're worried about? Have any worries been settled? Anything you're still unsure about with the game coming out? How are you feeling overall?
Dialogue. I've said this before. Like, it is a huge problem in the Kingdom Hearts industry.
So do you think it's definitely better, an improvement, or do you still think there's a long way to go?
I think it was Dream Drop Distance was one, and it couldn't get any worse than that. Like, at one point, this guy flat out betrays you. 5 minutes later, he's like, "I'm really sorry," and your character goes, "Yeah, it's fine." And it's like, but he betrayed you. I don't understand. No one will just take you back like that, without any like redeeming.
Yeah.
I hope they just don't make Sora a boob like he always is. He's just an absolute idiot at times. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, so I suppose it's not something you're going to be able to answer until you play the full game, so we'll have to come back to that when you play the game.
One thing I was sort of expecting is maybe have your own options to pick, like a Mass Effect, like you can go different dialogue. All right, that's not a Kingdom Hearts game, although I would like to have seen it sort of implemented maybe.
Closing thoughts, bring this all together. We sat down, obviously, before we played, and you talked about what you hoped for the game. Your expectations been met or beat?
Anything you want me to play it more, and I have not more questions than answers. That's not it. I have the same amount of questions as I was going into it, but I feel like it's gave me high hopes. Like I said, this is
starting to fill you with confidence.
Definitely. I feel like I said, the character design was always going to be top notch, and hopefully, when the full game comes out, I'll play it all. I'll probably set a few days off work, and I'll sit down, really play it. Honestly, I just can't wait to play it now. It's been announced 3 years ago. Going back. We were meant to have had it by now. It was in the summer. So to actually physically play it and physically say, like, it is coming out, it fills my heart with hope.
I think we'll just leave it there. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much, Ben. I feel like this is about to go away somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to share it with a friend and subscribe today. And this is us coming live from EGX 2018.
Yep, and hopefully we'll be here next year. Maybe.
Or maybe somewhere else. We'll go around the world.
Stay tuned.
You've been listening to the 3 Pixels podcast with Alan Taylor, Martin Gregory, and me, Ben Ridley. Music provided by Epidemic Sound. With that, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Good night.